Okay, today we shall discuss about the effect of atmospheric conditions on transmission line. And here, what are the effects of atmospheric condition on transmission line? The performance of the transmission line gets affected by the atmospheric conditions, like for example, winter is severe. If winter is severe, and for a snowfall, and uh, winter season, snowfall, and for summer season also. It is a running through the area where winter is severe and the area experiences snowfall. Then there is a ice coating on the transmission line. For example, this is a conductor, you think, okay. On this, the ice coating is there, okay. On conductor, full of ice coating. If winter, then this will float, okay. This will be dancing, we have discussed in last classes. So such coating increases the weight, okay. For if it is winter, then if it is any snowfall, that is ice coating increases the weight of the conductor, okay. In hilly areas, the transmission line gets subjected to tremendous force of wind, okay. Such widely varying conditions must be considered for designing the transmission line in calculating sag and the tension in the line. Next, the study the effect of two severe atmospheric conditions on sag, that is and the tension calculations. One is ice coating and second is wind pressure. First, we shall know that is the effect of ice coating. When the transmission line is coated with the ice, you can think when it is coated with ice, then the thickness of this will be increased, okay. The thickness of the conductor will be increased due to the ice coated, okay. This thickness depends on the weather conditions. This causes increasing weight of the conductor. Increase in weight increases the vertical sag. If the conductor increases the weight, then the vertical sag, okay, this is a vertical sag, okay, vertical sag will be increased. The weight of ice acts vertically downwards in the same direction as that of the conductor. This is the conductor, this is conductor, okay, this one is conductor, and this is a ice coated, this is a ice coated conductor A. Consider a conductor with diameter d. It is coated with a height of thickness t. The overall diameter of the coated conductor is capital D. Conductor diameter is small d and the ice coated thickness is small t, and the overall diameter of the coated conductor is capital D. Capital D is equal to small d plus 2t. Area of the coated conductor is pi by 4 into d square, capital D square, and area of the ice covering AI is equal to pi by 4 capital D square minus small d square, okay. D and small d are in meters, then this area AI represents the area in meter square. Volume of ice in meter cube per meter length of the conductor. Knowing that density of ice is what? 915 kg per meter cube. The total weight of ice can be obtained as Wi is equal to 915 into pi by 4 capital D square minus small d square close bracket kg per meter. This is a weight of ice per unit length, and here the weight acts vertically downwards. So capital D is equal to small d plus 2t. Wi is equal to 915 into pi by 4. 915 into this weight acts vertically downwards. Capital D is equal to small d plus 2t. Substituting above this, omega I is equal to 915 into pi by 4 d plus 2t whole square minus d square. If you solve this, you'll get 915 into pi t D plus T kg per meter. This is a weight. Okay. Wi, weight of ice per unit length. Nothing but density of ice into pi t D plus T. Okay. Original conductor diameter and T is the thickness of ice coating. Next is the effect of wind pressure. The wind flows horizontally and hence the wind pressure on the conductor is considered to be acting perpendicular on the conductor. The wind flows horizontally. You can observe the wind flows horizontally and hence the wind pressure on the conductor is considered to be acting perpendicular to the conductor. This force due to the wind acts at right angles to the projected surface of the conductor. WW is nothing but wind force per unit length, wind pressure per unit area into projected surface area per unit length. Wind pressure is equal to D plus 2T into 1, and here WW is equal to W suffix W is equal to P into D plus 2T. Okay, this is a wind pressure, D is the diameter of conductor, T is the thickness of ice coating if exists. Okay, and the conductor gets acted upon by two additional forces. One is vertical downwards Wi, one is horizontal direction WW. That is a one vertical is ice coating and horizontal is wind pressure. Two forces will act on the conductor. Next is the effect of ice and wind. This we shall discuss in the next class.